What's the best thing that happened to you in Truth or Dare? Submitted by Katulamppu. After reading all of this, I've decided fuck Tinder. Meet me, I am going to make a Truth or Dare app. Got to see a hot girl's tit imprints in the snow. Not too impressive, I know. But teenage me had that picture engraved in my head for a while, lol. Got dared to ignore getting tits rubbed in my face for a minute. E-boy can poker face like a champion. Best minute of my teenage life. I got to see my friend's sister's boobs and watch them lick an electric fence all in the same day. I got to grab the girl's boob under the shirt. I was 16 and it was awesome. We dared this girl to give a friend of mine a lap dance using the first song that came up when he shuffled his entire song library. Seems pretty normal until she had to give a 3-minute lap dance to Cats in the Cradle. I got to watch my friend lick the floor for 10 seconds. Not much, but a friend of mine earned the nickname Big Dick Chris, or BDC for short, after a game. I found out who took my calculator. I won $20 by doing a dare in which I ran outside in my underwear when it was sleeting outside. My buddy dared me to lick chocolate syrup off his girlfriend's nipples. Made out with this chick I had a crush on. Turns out she had a boyfriend. He beat the shit out of me. Edit. Uncensored. A guy told me I was beautiful and that he was too shy to always tell me that 'cause he thought I was WAYY out of his league. Crush sat on my lap the rest of the game. My lil soldier had a hard time staying focused. Good times though. Girl got dared to spin the bottle and give a blowjob to whoever it lands on right in front of everybody. The bottle didn't point at me, but I had a nice view right next to the girl it did land on. Apparently, she had experience dining at the Y. I got a motorboat to girl's tits. It was in a hotel during a school sport trip. My best friend knew I liked her and did me a solid. Made out with, and low-key felt up, my older next-door neighbor. Had a crush on her for a while before then, so it's a very fond memory. In the 7th or 8th grade, I was going back and forth with my friend with a bunch of risque dares. Flash your boobs, show her my dick, make out with each other, dry hump, etc. I eventually just went for it and dared her to blow me and she did it. I remember being so hard that I barely even felt anything. Initially, Sherry was dared to spend 10 minutes in a dark room nearby den with the guy of her choice. She chose me. Turned out to be a setup. Her best friend knew that Sherry had a crush on me and made this happen. Anyway, it was the hottest, fastest makeout session to date for me. We were both naked above the waist and she had her hand in my zipper. At 10 minutes there was an unwelcome knock on the door. In 8th grade I was dared to show this girl my dick. We went to a bathroom. I was 13 and horny, so I had a hard-on. I pointed it down and she didn't know the difference. She told her friends later and I kinda got a reputation of having a big dick even though I'm completely average. Saw boobs. 10 out of 10. Would see again. Found out a girl had a crush on me. Unfortunately, it was the girl I hate. Man, when I went to school I saw a guy get to suck a girl's tit in TD. I am still pissed to this day it wasn't me. So not best, but a truth or dare story nonetheless. 5th grade. Crush gets dared to kiss me. Crush looks at me and goes, "Ew, gross. He's fat." Quote. And that was that. Kissed the girl that would later become my first ever girlfriend, but is now my ex. It was a good 2 years though. Hijacking to share my worst when I was in high school. We played Truth or Dare Jenga. I was the first to get a dare piece and I did the dare. I had to blow in some guy's ear. Fine. A little embarrassing, but that's what you do. The next time a dare came up, the person refused to do it. Everyone was like, okay. The next few people also refused to do their dares. I was like, WTF. One girl said, monsieur, nobody actually does the dares, with a withering tone that might as well have said, you idiot. Fuck those guys. I got to hug a girl. Someone dared me to kiss a lady that I happened to have a thing for anyway. It was a very long time before we stopped kissing. Dated her for 3 years. Great lady. Always a little sad it didn't work out. Group us were in these tunnels that we liked to hang out in, and our friend was dared to give me a blow job, which she actually did. Best 10 seconds I ever had down there. Ended up dating on and off for the next 2 years or so. I was dared to got outside topless for 10 minutes. I was around 12 and never knew that exhibitionism was fun. I was allowed to join the game. I never got to play Truth or Dare, but I did play Duck Duck Goose. It was not fun sitting there the whole time. Wish I got asked to play this enough to have one of these stories. I kissed a girl, and I liked it, so I did it again. Sex house. I am now a respectable employee at a respectable IT firm that would be thoroughly appalled at my past, but when I was at university, there was a house a couple of streets down that was essentially orgy central. And it all started with a game of Truth or Dare. I got to watch my middle school friend, it was winter, go down to the yard, strip to boxers and run a lap around the yard. Needless to say, we were all impressed and hysterically laughing. He did this in the middle of class, by the way. Me and my friend were at a friend's house and they dared me to go to her room and bust a nut in her panties while she watched. Well, I cannot complain, those panties were hella soft. I was at work, high school job at a department store, and the 4 of us in my department were playing Truth or Dare. Mostly dumb work stuff like go mix up those shirts. Someone dared the girl who had a rep as being experienced, who was a couple years older than me, to give me a blowjob. She told me to take break with her. I played along. We went to her car. She actually blew me in the store parking lot. Got to finally kiss a girl I really liked. Got to make out with a girl I was crushing on. I got to touch someone's smiley face. I dared a girl I was hot for to give me a big fat kiss. Our 14th wedding anniversary was last week. I played Truth or Dare in a pub in my hometown. It was pretty normal for me and my friends and their friends to play that there because none of us were afraid to do anything except getting naked or something like that. I got a dare to kiss a girl to my right. Decided not to do so even though she was up for that. Later that evening I saw her with her boyfriend. I am relieved that I decided to dodge a bullet there. My then girlfriend dared our friend to do some sex stuff with me. I ended up leaving then GF for that girl. Me and that girl have now been together for 8 years. Married for 3. Have a beautiful daughter and hopefully another on the way soon. Best Truth or Dare game ever. Was dared to catch a frisbee in my teeth from across the yard. So, walked outside and across the yard. Girl wound up, threw the frisbee. Figured, this ought to be funny when it bounces off my face. And is a total fucking fluke. Actually caught it in my teeth. I made some friends. I once dared a friend to order me a pizza, so that was pretty good. Fucked a bush. A girl. I didn't have a crush on her, but she was nice. Flashed me. She also let me fondle her boobies. I know it's lame considering some of the responses here, but that's what I got. I kissed the most beautiful Cuban woman that I have ever seen. Cute girl pulled her pants down and full-on sat on my face for a solid minute. My 2 straight male friends got in their underwear and scissored each other while singing Fancy Living. Here We Come, from SpongeBob. I saw, and later sucked on, my first pair of breasts as a teenager. We were all 17, and horny as hell. She had D cups. To say that her tits were awesome would be an understatement. Yes, It was worth it. Edited for clarity and better wording. I was dared to drink all of the drinks on the table. They never specified the time limit, so I had drinks for the next hour sorted. Nothing good has ever happened, but it ended with me licking a toilet seat once. I made my friend's boyfriend make out with a 4-foot-tall nutcracker. That's the best I got. Not me, but I was at the circle doing it. One of the really hot girls there was dared to, without her hands, take the Invisalign out of the guy's mouth sitting next to, and have it in the entire night. Everyone went quiet and looked at her. Without hesitation grabs the guy, and with her tongue takes it out of his mouth and into hers. She was supposed to keep it in the rest of the night, but it didn't fit her properly and she only had it for about 30 minutes. Most ballsy thing I've ever seen someone do. I am reading all these comments and damn, I got dared to go home. In 9th grade, this hot-ass girl dared me to wear one of her panties to school. I did it, but she gave me one of her lace thongs to wear. I got funny looks in the locker room. Changing for gym, haha. I was 17 and it was the first time I had sex with another girl. It was just like in the magazines. We were having a sleepover. Just the two of us. And our dares got racier and racier. The good. Ended up naked in a hot tub with one other guy. And 3 girls. The bad. Between the coke and the booze, I couldn't get my dick hard. So I pretty much ate a lot of pussy and watched him fuck 3 girls, including one I had a huge crush on. Till truth or dare is a sexual game. MFW, nothing interested ever happened to me. I found out I am the child's father. A couple of months ago I got to kiss every girl around the table. That was quite nice. NGL. I found out my girlfriend was a lying, cheating whore, leading me to dump her ass and move on. I then met my wife shortly after. 17 years running. I got my first kiss. I had to kiss my best friend, both girls, and that was the beginning of my bi-awakening. This wasn't during a game, but I dared a friend to submit an application to a job she was scared of applying for because she felt she was underqualified. She ended up getting it and was really happy. I gave her the push to get her to do it. Even though the thing didn't happen to me, it was still a nice feeling having something good happen to someone because you dared. Theme this year. Did a belly shot of Powerade, was designated driver, off my girlfriend. Not NSFW, but back in the day, someone was dared to order a pizza. It worked and made everyone happy. In high school, I was dared to play gay chicken, which is where 2 straight guys pretend to be gay, and the first one to chicken out loses. The other guy and I are both really stubborn, and neither one of us wanted to lose. We've been married 14 years and we run a bed and breakfast in Vermont with our adopted daughter. If that dude doesn't chicken out soon, I'm going to start to suspect that he's actually gay. I got a blowjob from a girl up the street once. All the other times ended up with me jumping off a hotel into the pool or some stupid like that. My wife dared me to put a baby inside her, and I fucking did it. It didn't happen to me, but this girl was dared to moan sexually while giving someone else a neck massage. We were all high school perverts, and the girl was one of the hottest in our class, so we all knew what she sounded like in bed. I chose truth every time because I was super boring and had nothing to hide. I got made fun of that weekend. But Monday morning, the nasty wannabe popular bitch went around spreading everyone's secrets and the ridiculous dares they did. Everyone except me. Boring for the win. The best thing was getting my lap sat on by my crush and a kiss on the cheek from her.